Mice and Beans by Pam Munoz Ryan. Illustrated by Joe Cepeda. Rosa Maria lived in a tiny house with a tiny yard, but she had a big heart, a big family, and more than anything, she loved to cook big meals for them. In one week, her youngest grandchild, little Catalina, would be 7 years old, and the whole family would squeeze into her casita for the party. Rosa Maria didn't mind because she believed what her mother had always said: when there's room in the heart, there's room in the house, except for a mouse. Sunday, Rosa Maria planned the menu: enchiladas, rice and beans. No dinner was complete without rice and beans. Birthday cake, lemonade, and a piñata filled with candy. She ordered the birthday present, something little Catalina had wanted for a long time. Satisfied with the plans, she wiped down the table so she wouldn't get mice and took out a mousetrap just in case. She was sure she had set one the night before, but now she couldn't find it. Maybe she'd forgotten. When it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Oh wow, that's a long list. Monday, Rosa Maria did the laundry. She washed and ironed her largest tablecloth and the 24 napkins that matched. But when she finished, she only counted 23. No importa, she said. It doesn't matter. So what if someone has a napkin that doesn't match? The important thing is that we're all together. After dinner, she swept the floor and checked the mousetrap. But it was missing. Didn't I set one last night? She wondered. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Tuesday, Rosa Maria walked to the market. She filled her big bolsa with tortillas, cheese, red sauce, white rice, pinto beans, and a bag of candy. She bought a piñata, and on her way home, she stopped at the pasteleria to order the cake. After dinner, she washed the dishes and checked the mousetrap. But it had vanished. Que bobo soy! Silly me, I must have forgotten again. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Wednesday, Rosa Maria prepared the enchiladas. She dipped the tortillas in red sauce, filled them with cheese, and rolled them into fat little bundles. She noticed the piñata was missing a few feathers. No importa, she said. Those feathers won't make a difference to the children when the piñata is filled with candy. After dinner, she mopped up the sauce and checked the mousetrap. But it was gone again. I am so busy that I'm forgetting to remember, she cried. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen now. Thursday, Rosa Maria simmered the beans. She searched for her favorite wooden spoon, the one she always used to cook frijoles, but she couldn't find it. No importa, she said. The beans will taste just as good if I use another spoon. She added water all day long until the beans were plump and soft. Then she scrubbed the stove and checked the mousetrap. But it was nowhere in sight. Cielos, she said. Heavens, where is my mind? She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Friday, Rosa Maria picked up the cake and 7 candles, but she hadn't been able to find her big bolsa before she left. No importa, she said. I'll carry the cake in one hand and the candles in the other. Tomorrow was the big day. Rosa Maria knew she mustn't forget anything, so she carefully went over the list one last time. After dinner, she wrapped the cake and checked the mousetrap. She couldn't believe her eyes. No mousetrap. Thank goodness I've got plenty. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. Saturday, Rosa Maria cooked the rice. As the workers assembled little Catalina's present, she set the table and squeezed the juiciest lemons from her tree. Let's see, she said, feeling very proud. Enchiladas, rice and beans. No dinner was complete without rice and beans. Birthday cake and lemonade. I know I have forgotten something, but what? The candles! But she only counted 6. No importa, she said. I will arrange the 6 candles in the shape of a 7, and little Catalina will be just as happy. Now everything is ready. But was everything ready? All this stuff. Look at those mice. She has mice in the house. That afternoon, Rosa Maria's family filled her tiny casita. They ate the enchiladas and rice and beans. They drank the fresh squeezed lemonade. And they devoured the cake. Little Catalina loved her present, a swing set. And after every cousin had a turn, they chanted, La piñata, la piñata. They ran to the walnut tree and threw a rope over a high branch. Whack, whack. Little Catalina swung the piñata stick. Wait, cried Rosa Maria as she remembered what she'd forgotten. But it was too late. Crack! The piñata separated and the children scrambled to collect the candy. How could that be? Rosa Maria puzzled. I must have filled it without even realizing. She laughed at her own forgetfulness as she hugged her granddaughter and said, Feliz cumpleaños, my little Catalina. Happy birthday. After everyone had gone, Rosa Maria tidied her kitchen and thought contentedly about the fiesta. She pictured the happy look on little Catalina's face when the candy spilled from the piñata. But Rosa Maria still couldn't remember when she had filled it. No importa, she said. It was a wonderful day. But as Rosa Maria swept out the cupboard, she discovered the telltale signs of mice. Ratones, she cried. Where are my mouse traps? I will set them all. She inched to the floor, and when she did, something caught her eye. She looked closer. Maybe I didn't feel the piñata, she thought. Was it possible? She asked, shaking her head. Could I have had help? Rosa Maria looked at the leftovers. Too much for one person. And what was it her mother had always said? When there's room in the heart, there's room in the house, even for a mouse. Fíjate, imagine that, she said. I remembered the words wrong all these years. Besides, how many could there be? 2? 4? No importa, she said. It doesn't matter if a few helpful mice live here, too. Then she turned off the light and went to bed. And never set another mousetrap again. Wow. Now look at all of that. Great story.